turn artists into something you never knew. So make sure you pay close attention and listen carefully to what I'm about to discuss. Close attention and listen carefully to what I'm about to discuss. So this was brought to the general public by the popular blog Gist Lover, and it has a lot of things we never knew about Naira Marley. This information came out because Gist Lover promised Naira Marley that he or she was never going to release this information as long as Naira Marley agrees to leave Mohbad alone and mind his business. But unfortunately, Mohbad passed and the information is out. This is the story of Ireoluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad Imole, and the dirty secrets going on in the Marley's record label, according to Gist Lover. So Gist Lover took to their social media page to write, "It's with so much pain I am typing this. The reason is that this boy really fought hard. He tried so hard. He gave Death a tough time, but Death won at last. Mohbad was one of the young street boys who rose to stardom from the streets of Ikorodu. You know those days of making a freestyle and boom, it goes viral online. Here are some of his throwback videos of his early life, one way or the other.
You are the most you are.
His video freestyle went viral. He got noticed and got signed to a record label named Marley Music, owned by a certain Peckham drug lord named Aziz Fashola, aka Naira Marley. Alongside Imole, Aziz signed other young artists too, and its turning was going on smoothly in the record label. This other artist was actually Zinoliski. So Gist Lover continued and said, little did they know that there is more to just being in the record label and singing songs alone. Since the record label is owned by a drug lord, there are some certain sacrifices you need to do as to stay relevant in the record label. First, you are initiated into the pushing of drug. Second, you will also take an oath of secrecy never to reveal things going on in the label. Their boss, who is now ambassador to NDLA, trained them all, and they were doing so well taking and pushing these drugs. Then it got to the level of secrecy oath, and Mohbad refused. Zino and some other artists in the record label did all the necessary oath rights, but Mohbad refused. So Zinoliski and the other artists, according to Gist Lover, carried out Naira Marley's instructions. Only Mohbad didn't agree to this.
I don't know, these people are behaving on me. They have been doing bad things on me. I went mad into it because of this issue.
So Gist Lover continued and said, but Mohbad refused. They gave him time to have a rethink. During those time, they sidelined him. The record label boss left him useless in the label. He even gave out one of his street sisters to Zino, make him the knack that one. That's why you see Zino dropping hits and Mohbad looking like a rag. His life was under the control of the label and he couldn't even option out. Mohbad started complaining that he needs promotion too, that Naira Marley can't be promoting Zino alone and leave him hanging. That is the beginning of their fight. It was from one argument to another. He got worse that they go physical most time, and Naira Marley hates to be challenged so bad, but Mohbad was always the one challenging him in that label. Aside his record label boys, he has other young boys he recruits who helps in carrying out his drug business. One thing led to another. He started restricting Mohbad from going out alone. If he goes out, he sees people trailing him. It was that bad. He then confided in some of his friends and they told him to run for his dear life. If not, it's a lifetime contract or they take his life. On hearing that, he summoned Naira Marley that he wants to leave the record label. That was the beginning of his nightmare. Naira Marley refused, saying he can't just option out like that. This degenerated into serious arguments and Mohbad was beaten by Naira Marley boys. One of his arm even got broken in the process. Bella's mother was in the know of all this happening. He was updating Bella how things were going. He managed to stay in the record label for a month. Then one evening, he wrote a letter as advised by friends, trying to make it official that he wants to leave the record label. Marley tore the letter right in front of him and walked him out. That night, Mohbad said he was done and walked out on his boss Naira. Naira, on the other hand, saying that the boy don't mean business, he went out to plan with the NDLEA officials to come raid Mohbad, so that even when they finally fall out and Mohbad tries to say all he knows, people will call him